Okay, so let me explain what is going on with kratom. Usually we're attacked by the FDA. This time it's a little bit different. I know everyone has their opinions with the AKA and them requesting money and all of that, and I understand that, but do understand that like when the AKA is requesting money, we're basically paying for our legal representation. It's like paying for a lawyer, right? I mean, you got legal fees, you got time and effort, you've got documents that need to be signed, that need to be notarized. There's a lot of traveling involved. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. So yeah, like money is a part of it. We're basically paying for our lawyers to keep kratom legal. In a notice that was published by the Federal Register, the FDA is soliciting feedback on like several substances. So in responses to the notice, it's to help inform the federal government's stance on kratom scheduling in advance to the October meeting, like the October Geneva Convention of the World Health Organization, which is a huge event every year. And this is where all the international officials will discuss whether to recommend that kratom be globally scheduled, like a worldwide banning, illegalization. So we only have till August 9th, which is like next week, right? We've got like 1.5 weeks for all of our scientists, our public policy makers, all of us consumers to provide responses that are, well researched and responsive to the requirements of data and information that will be considered by the WHO committee. And as it stands, kratom is not scheduled under the Federal Controlled Substances Act or under any international drug treaties to which the U.S. is a party. But many of us know that the FDA has, been able to impose a ban in the U.S., domestically because of public outcry. And we have stopped this many, many times. Now it's going to be put on the WHO convention to, stop it from being internationally, like globally, prohibited. So the FDA can't get kratom scheduled over here in the US because it's using the criteria that's in the Controlled Substances Act. They're trying to basically go over our heads and going to the WHO because they can't do it. So they're basically trying to go behind our back and go to the higher ups to do it. So if that happens, there's about 37 countries that are a part of this international treaty that could effectively ban kratom from the world. I mean, 37 countries is quite a lot, and the USA included. So everyone needs to take advantage of this public comment period and to remember that the WHO is the target audience, not the FDA. Will have to be packaged up and sent to the World Health Organization. And we don't need people complaining about, the FDA's overreach, because we have to fight that on a separate battleground. But we need the WHO to know all of our powerful experiences that people have had with kratom. If it's saved your life, if it's saved your, from drugs, from pain, from, opiates, from alcohol, depression, anxiety, there's so many benefits, right? And we know that. Trying to ignore the public health impacts of kratom people will be forced back to opiates and opioids and drugs with, high potential for more addiction that can easily be deadly. Obviously, we know this. We know the opiate epidemic. So more overdose deaths will occur if it's banned. People who need pain relief, who need help to manage their livelihoods, will have to try to find that elsewhere when, our healthcare system is just not up to par. We know that. So, the committee is aware of the potential promising results of kratom for acute and chronic pain patients who are seeking safer alternatives, to opioids and all that. So, all in all, basically the FDA is trying to go over our heads to the World Health Organization to ban kratom on a much more wide scale other than the US, but we are included. They have the power to do that. So we need to put our voices in, because it is the one thing that we have in this fight. And we need to use it as much as we can. So please go to protectkratom.org/who comments. Put in your comment there. There is also another link that will personally email your 3 local representatives of Congress and whatnot. It will personally email an already pre-made email down there that will send to them to let them know to go with the Kratom Consumer Protection Act for your city, state, to inform them of it. They probably don't even know, most of them. So the only way to know things is to be informed, and we need to inform them. And we need to inform the WHO that we don't want kratom banned. We're talking suppliers, distributors, vendors, families, addicts, chronic pain patients, kratom farmers. Literally, this could affect a huge part of our economy, and we need to stop it from happening, because this is literally people's lives in many different aspects at stake.